Now what?
That's
Damn,
what
bro's
I'm
head is so
saying.
round. Look at his perfect head.
He's also in good shape.
Yeah, he's actually not in bad shape. He's a tall lad. Enough, there you go.
Did I intimidate you enough?
The fuck? He must be so confused.
Yeah, he's like, what's
Bro, I
up?
had the longest day at work.
And this rando just came and stole my pepper flakes.
So cold now.
No, now it's even
Chili.
more spicy.
That's delicious. Yeah.
Yum.
Absolute maniac.
What the heck? This is mine. Ha the person in the background.
He's stealing. Pepper, it was Pepper.
Yeah, I told you. Pepper
管没
flakes.
人管啊？还没人管了啊？
In that case.
没人管。
The ball.
Out of everything to fucking
Everything
steal.
is still
I thought bro was gonna
the
take a
ball.
chair. Isn't it funny how literally physical comedy,
Is incredibly when it's done well executed.
but there are so many few examples, so little examples, sorry, in the West of just pure sort of comedy acts based on, you know, physical comedy act, and they would never be as mainstream. I mean, obviously in the West there was a time of the Charlie Chaplins and the more physical comedians, Mr. Bean here from the UK, but they've sort of been lost in time.
It's true. I feel like it's a sort of art that has evolved into something different, and the core essence of the acting, the essence of physical acting has sort of been dissolved into oblivion with the years.
And I wonder if people feel the same in, you know, sort of in Chinese comedy, perhaps, see how the comedy scene has evolved there, how television comedic acts have evolved. There's obviously a ton of references that perhaps we wouldn't get. So I'd love to sort of learn a bit more about them. So it goes 2 liang and 1 kati. So in traditional Chinese measurements, liang and kati are weight units, and 1 kati equals 10 liang, approximately like half a kilo, 500 grams.
Okay.
In the sketch, Chen Pacey orders 1 kati of wontongs, indicating his large appetite,
Yeah.
while Shu appears more restrained, because of course he is.
It's more contained.
Correct.
More refined.
Wontongs, we've tried them in the past. We had traditional Chinese pastas, similar to dumplings, but you know, with thinner skin. Bale has tried.
Love wontons, boy.
Like we've had, I think, the shrimp ones and vegetable ones. I don't think we've ever had the pork ones.
I've had pork ones too. They're all delicious.
Yeah. So typically served in clear soup, and it's usually, I thought, breakfast, but it also can be a snack.
Oh, I often get them as a starter, you know, like when you go to the Chinese
Right.
restaurants.
So like a
you get them like
snack.
as a side plate or as a starter, yeah.
So then in the sketch, the pepper powder is not only meant to represent or symbolize seasoning, but also the differences between social classes. That was the intent behind it. So Shu Shimao's character uses pepper powder in a refined, more restrained manner, while Chin Pacey's character obviously appears, borderline mad, fucking
Yeah.
nuts. And it sort of contrasts, it reflects the gap between intellectuals and then, the ordinary folk people in society at that time.
I do think it was brilliantly executed.
You can do social commentary throughout in that way.
Yes, and it's actually really well done, because when you study straight acting, especially theatric acting, not small screen acting, the physicality of your characters is such a big part of it. Actually, in acting practices for theater, professionally, they sort of teach you to do exercises where the mimicking and very little dialogue is actually being used, similar to what we just experienced here.
It's like how to master non-verbal communication.
How to master body language, because the implications of both restraint and nobility in this particular perspective, and sort of brash and more lower class in that particular, is all based on their body language and what they can do with very little dialogue.
So they wanted to essentially have a very limited dialogue form of expression, and they wanted to showcase their skills in that sense, but with limited dialogue. And they also wanted to, have a bit of commentary in the differences and conflicts between social classes at the time, obviously utilizing humor, because in that way it becomes normal to be able to discuss such things, because there are things that everyone notices, but becomes very difficult in formal settings to sort of be brought up without feeling the resistance of the audience.
What is beautiful about this, though, is that it's such a universal form of entertainment that I just think it transcends time, and it's commentary that applies even today if you really look at it.
We're always sometimes quite apprehensive with things that perhaps we may not understand the full aspect of it due to our cultural differences, or things that we simply don't understand because we are not Chinese.
Yes.
So it becomes super interesting sometimes when we do look at heavily cultural pieces, but everything is so...
In human essence, we're all so similar.
I think this would have been just as popular in 89 in other parts of the world.
I totally agree.
And you can really pay attention to that. Like, one of my favorite actors of all time is Jackie Chan. And not just because of his serious roles, which he did later in his career, because he wanted to be more like Robert De Niro, right? That's what he used to say. And it's like serious films, but he was a master at body language.
Correct.
Bruce Lee, Jet Li. So it's like really interesting that some of my favorite characters of all time and my favorite actors of all time
relate so heavily on that.
But they were from completely different parts of the world, and they were mostly physical actors. Like,
well, do you know what I love about this particular sketch is the fundamental elements of acting are so brilliantly exposed. There is no paraphernalia when it comes to the staging. There's very little aid with the light
Zero
or the
fat.
set. There is no sound equalization. There is nothing to really embellish whatever it is.
It's like a play. It's like a straight play.
It's a straight play, and I think the fundamental essence of acting, it's so well executed there. Yeah,
absolutely. Let us know what you guys thought about it, and perhaps there's something else you'd like us to watch. Thank you so much. Subscribe, hit the like, hit the comment,
and we'll see you the next time.